straight off the bat, I want to quarantine social media apps separate to just about everything else. Because when I was thinking about this, maybe this is like me showing my age now, but having grown up, and it's a quaint idea. Like, I think the first computer I had in the house didn't arrive until I was 10. Like, if you think about that now, that would never happen. There's devices in the house from year zero, basically. So when I grew up with computers and then devices, the idea then was I would use them to do things, or to or recreationally, like to play games or do things like that. So there wasn't anything like social media available to really drip feed your attention away. That's why, like, for me personally, I actually think the social media component is the part that needs to be excised from your phone. That's, if there's one thing more than anything else, is just get rid of it. Because if you do that, you're probably cut your usage time down to 25% of what it is. When I hear things like screen on time of like 6, 7, 8 hours on a phone, I'm like, that's horrifying to me, because I've tried it. I can get to maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours, but I can't go any more than that, because, and that might just be because when I grew up with technology and using devices and that's how I would only use them in bursts at a time, and then I would go do something else, like go for a walk outside, or just do anything else, talk to somebody or whatever. So, and I think that's important, just quarantining those social media apps separately.
Yeah, look, I tend to agree. I mean, it's people, we talk about how addictive they are, but I don't think people really think too deeply about how addictive they are. And the fact that, you become hooked into part of your feed. You're part of the feed, and it's fed to you. Everything you like, everything you interact with goes back into the algorithm, and it's keeping you in the loop. You are in your own little feed world, and it's highly addictive. And the interesting thing is I've been off social media now for 5 years, but when I first gave up, even for 6 months, you still get this urge and this thought, and it's hardest obviously in the first week, and you feel like you're missing out. But the reality is that as the time goes by, you realise you're not missing out on anything at all, and you do have more time for yourself. I mean, apps and keeping in communication with, colleagues or friends and family is really important. And so I don't think anyone's suggesting that you don't use the technology we've got to stay connected. But, I think people think social media is communication, but it's not. The socials really are just about like constantly feeding you or drip feeding you stimulation that has nothing really to do and produces nothing in the end.
Absolutely. One caveat, I actually do still have some social media apps on my phone, but that's purely to post our videos out. So it's, I guess, in a way, work rather than personal. That's actually a good distinction to make as well. So I like, part of our workflow is that I have to, promote when our latest videos are out and all that sort of thing. But that means I only look at Twitter twice a week for 10 minutes, well, not even 10 minutes. Because I already draft the tweets ahead of time, and it's just copying and pasting them into the app to post them. So probably the whole of 1 to 2 minutes I'm actually on Twitter each week, and Facebook doing something similar. So the personal usage is something that I think is what really kills you there.